Shalom, everyone, again from the Tabernacle of David Prophetic Dance Center in Jerusalem. This is not a fun message that I need to share. Many of us, I guess we can call this a part two to my part one about boundaries that I left earlier. Many of us have suffered greatly because we didn't have the boundaries that we needed to have. And very, very sadly, many people in the body of Messiah and the church around the world have been abused and taken advantage of because we didn't have better boundaries, and that's on us, and we need to get better in that way. But under the guise of Christianity or the faith or whatever you want to call it, people have been abused in the church. They have been taken to the cleaners because people didn't have boundaries. Those in the church were able to suck the life out of them, were able to take them to the cleaners, so to speak, abused and took advantage of. And I shared recently over the past couple of weeks that I knew someone in my life through a relative who loved the Lord and was serving faithfully in his church, but he poured out everything, and I guess he didn't have boundaries. And maybe he trusted those people to know when was enough, but they didn't. And he was so abused and taken advantage of that he actually not only turned away and left his church, but he left faith. And that is so very, very sad. We are responsible for our lives, and if we have children that are, small, we're responsible for them. But other than that, we are not responsible for the world. We're not responsible for how other people act. We're responsible for our choices. And every time we make a healthy choice, we become healthier. It's that simple. And every time we continue to make an unhealthy choice for our lives, we stay unhealthy. Cause and effect. So, be very careful. I shared the other day from Proverbs 26, verse 12. The righteous choose their friends wisely, carefully. Careful who you hang out with, who you spend your time with, who you entrust with your jewels, your inside, what organization you're a part of. Use great discernment. And so it brings us to self-respect. We must have self-respect. How do we gain self-respect if we've never had it? By having God in our lives. You see, when we allow God to transform our lives, by being in relationship with him, and we actually can receive his love here in our hearts, not here in our heads, intellectually. That doesn't do anything for us. We need to receive that love, and we need to let God heal our hearts, because every person who's living and breathing has suffered some kind of brokenness or trauma or devastation or disappointment if you're alive and breathing in this world. And so we must be very careful. We must trust God, receive his love. And then out of that, we can develop self-respect because we understand that he loves us and he wants us to love ourselves. Be very careful. Choose your friends wisely. And let's keep following the Lord. In Yeshua's name, God bless you from the city of the great King, Yerushalayim.